I want to talk to y'all today about a documentary I just finished watching yesterday. It's called The Paul Bearer Story. Now, for those of you who don't know who Paul Bearer is, if you were a wrestling fan, you know about the Undertaker. So the Undertaker, they needed a manager for the Undertaker, but first and foremost, Paul Bearer's real name was Bill Moody, and he was a funeral director. Um, and so he loved wrestling and he loved being a funeral director. So he was actually a wrestler at one point. Then he ended up being a manager. But here's the thing though. He went and seen Vince and he told him, "Oh yeah, I'm a funeral director." And Vince just laughed at him. This is Vince Senior. This is Vince McMahon Senior. Yeah. So, and basically, well, I'm pretty sure it was Vince McMahon Senior. They didn't say if it was Vince McMahon Senior or Vince McMahon Junior, but the only one we know about now is Vince McMahon, which is the junior version because the senior version died. But anywho, so he goes into Vince's office and he tells him, "Oh, I'm a funeral director and everything," and Vince just laughs, and he's like, "The fuck is this dude laughing at me for? Like, what is he laughing for?" Well, come to find out, they needed somebody to offset the Undertaker. So, he managed the Undertaker for a while. They did the urn. That's why they came up with the urn thing. If you've seen matches where they had the urn, and then Paul Bearer ended up going after Undertaker wanted to switch up his game. The Undertaker, they switched up Undertaker to the American Badass. So they got him with Mankind, who was Mick Foley at the time, and then he switched from Mick Foley back to he got involved with Kane, who is Undertaker's younger brother, and the story behind that goes that Kane Undertaker had started a fire and Kane and his whole family got burned up. Well, Kane comes out in a mask, and now that's how Kane got his start. As that's how the storyline of Kane was developed, which I thought was really, really interesting because there's actually a book, the unofficial biography of Kane. Now of course it's fictional, but I need to reread that. That was I'm probably gonna reread that. But yeah, man. So then basically, you know, he left the business for a little bit because his wife died, and then like after his wife died, he suffered with a lot of weight stuff. But then he came back with the Undertaker for a little bit, and then sadly he passed away in 2009. But it's crazy. In one of the WrestleManias they brought him back. You know, and he got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and like when they did the character of Paul Bearer, Bill had to wear makeup and he had to dye his hair black, and you know he look. So there was this story on the documentary where him and Undertaker was in the car, and Bill Moody in his Paul Bearer voice. Now I'm not the best at doing this because this is probably going to be horrible. But he was like, "Paul Bearer, Undertaker can drive. Oh, Undertaker can drive. Oh." But that's literally how dude talked. He like when I heard his voice for real, I was like, "Wait, that's Paul Bearer? What the fuck?" And like, yo, cause you know, whenever you hear somebody like on like, whenever you hear an actor or something, like, okay, for example, Kate Winslet, who played Rose in the Titanic, like, okay, so I thought she was American. So when I looked her up on YouTube and looked at an interview with her, I was like, wait, she's British? What the fuck? But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Cause when I heard his voice at first, I was like, whoa, that's crazy, man. Cause he sounds so different. Like when he's doing his normal voice, and then when he's not doing his Paul Bearer persona. But yeah, so a lot of people did not like the fact that they put out Paul Bearer. They used Paul Bearer on the WrestleMania, but a lot of people was like, hey, that's a way to honor his legacy and stuff. So yeah, man. Great documentary. It's on Peacock. If you have Peacock, you can watch it. It's called The Story of Paul Bearer. So yeah, man. Let's see what else. As far as what's coming for the podcast, I'm not real sure, man. I mean, I know there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more coming, so don't worry. I mean, I'm always gonna be, the podcast ain't stopping, man. Like I told y'all before, the podcast ain't stopping, bro. This is a machine. This is a machine. We gotta keep moving. As long as I'm here, as long as I'm alive, and as long as I can speak, the podcast is coming, bro. Don't worry about that. This bitch ain't stopping. So yeah. What else? I'm watching a WWE documentary on The Undertaker now. It's called The Last Ride. It's a 5-part series. So what I might do is come back in a couple of days and review that. Or I might do a 5-part series, a 5-part podcast where it's just all of that in one little segments, like all of the parts in one segment or double segments. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see, y'all. But hey, yo, this episode 398. So hey, we almost to 400, man, and there's big things coming for 400, yo. I'll just tell you that. Big things coming for 400, bro. So, hey, y'all stay tuned, man. And it's your boy. I'm gone, yo. Peace. Love all y'all, man. I'm out.